What's up, my fellow parents? Okay, guys, get in the car. Get in the car. We are driving to the Home Depot of parenting, and I'm going to put some tools in your toolbox. Yeah, yes, that's right.
In our shopping cart.
You got a gift card. Ones. I'm giving you a gift card. I'm going to give you some great tools, and I want you to use these tools starting today.
Ryobi,
you ready for this?
Milwaukee.
Open up the tools. I don't know much about
Power
much.
drill.
I can learn so much from everyone that's listening to this, but there's a few things that you can learn from me, and I want to give you these tools. Jordan, let's talk about this term power phrase. Here's what we're going to do on today's episode.
Okay.
All right. In a few minutes, I'm going to give everyone here these 4 power phrases that you can use with your kids. They are so good. They are so powerful. And when you say these things, good things are going to happen. But before I share these 4 sentences with you, let's talk about like this concept of a power phrase. When you think of the word power phrase, what do you think of, man?
Power phrase, Power Rangers, power bar. Okay, let me think.
Power ball.
Right, power ball, right? Something that's strong, something that gets me excited, that gets me off my rump.
Yes.
Right? Gets me out the
Gets
door.
Get your attention. Yes.
I'm exhausted, something that'll keep me going, right?
Yes.
So, recent situation. We've had sickness in the family. It's getting crazy right now. I can't believe how many people are sick right now.
Dude, around here in Northern California too.
Dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
So it's running through the household, and my wife ended up getting the flu, and the next day she's up packing for our trip, and I'm like, man, I'm surprised she's not in bed. And it's like midday, and she's like, oh, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I feel like I've done so much. I still have so much to do. And then I sit there for a second quiet, and she goes, this is your time to give me that power phrase. She didn't use the word power phrase, but she's like, this is the time to push me along. And I said, you know what, hon? You got this. I believe in you. And she's like, great. That's all I needed. And boom, she kept going.
Hold on. You're telling me in your dynamic of your marriage, your wife turns to you and said, this is your time. I need this from you. Like, give me one of those
no, because she knows I'm an idiot. And she knows, like let's say, like, I come home and, like, she's in an upset mood and she's crying. She'll literally come up to me. She's like, okay, it's now time for you to give me a hug. And I'll be like, oh, okay, now it's my turn to give you. She's so good because it's oblivious, right?
Dude, that's so high level emotional intelligence, like turning to your spouse and saying, I need this from you.
Yeah.
And then you being like, dropping everything, here it is. I'll give you a hug.
The next phase of my world is to actually do it without her prompting it. So I'm working on that.
Yeah,
but I was like, you got this. I believe in you. You're kicking butt. Boom. Power phrase. She kept going.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Everyone think to themselves, what are some power phrases that, are out there that maybe you enjoy saying, you enjoy hearing? Let's share a couple right now. Like, you got this. I like that. It's a popular one for athletes right now is if you go to like any kids sports game, you're going to hear it like 5 times at least. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Right? Everybody's saying that, which is kind of cute and fun, especially when the kids are saying it. Let's go.
Power
That's a
phrase.
good one.
Right? Seeing a little 6-year-old yell that while he's
I know.
screaming at the top of his lungs, that's good entertainment. All right, what are the power phrases?
You're kicking butt or you're rocking this, right? And that'll keep you going.
That's good. That's good.
I like you got this because it's like, you're doubting yourself and someone else is believing in you. No, so you could say like, I believe in you, right?
Yeah.
If someone else tells you, that's a power phrase. Like, oh, you believe in me? Oh, shit, I didn't even believe in myself.
That's good.
Okay, I better do this.
What's a power phrase is tell me what's really going on. That's powerful.
Oh, really? That's a question.
It is. It's a question, but don't you think
Tell
that's a
me
power
what's
phrase?
Really going on. Yeah, that is, because that makes me look deeper.
Yeah, it does.
Right? When I'm trying to explain something, like what you're referencing to is like me asking you, like, what's wrong? You're like, no, man, I'm good. Like, no, tell me what's really going on. Oh, now he's serious.
I think I love you is a power phrase too. Like, I have a new friend. His name is Chris Cordozo. And he was over for the Super Bowl, and we were on my back patio, and he was saying goodbye, and he gave me a hug, and he said, I love you. And like, as we've talked about in this episode, I'm pretty uncomfortable with that, with especially men saying I love you to me.
Yeah, it takes a second. It's got to be a special friendship.
Right, yeah. If it's like don't bro me if you don't know me.
Right?
That's
Right?
right.
That's
like
good.
Right, that's a good phrase. Like some people throw around bro or brother.
Yeah.
I just don't, man.
You don't do that? Hey, brother.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I
For
do
me,
it
like,
if it's someone that's close, you know. You know what makes me feel uncomfortable? And this is just because of where I grew up, and I have family that'll do this, especially if you're from the Northeast. This is like normal for you, but from where I grew up in the West, it's so weird when you're saying hi or bye and you hug each other, then you kiss each other on the cheek, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that like Italian? Like New York Italian?
It's got to be a different culture, but it's like they kiss you on the cheek.
Yeah, Persians. Yeah.
But not even that. Like I've got family that live in South Carolina, and they kiss me on the cheek, and I'm like, am I supposed to kiss
the men
you back?
kiss other men?
Well, it's more of like actually. Yeah, I've seen men kiss men. Yeah, you know,
That's
it's like,
kinda cool.
hey, you know, grab the head.
It's cool. It's kind of
good to see ya.
It's like a physical power phrase. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I care about you. I'm going to kiss you.
Yeah.
That is a cool thing. We don't do that here in California.
Yeah,
but,
I know. That's why.
yeah.
I'm not
How about
used to
this?
it.
Tell me a power phrase that somebody said to you once and you really remember it. And like, tell us why it was so memorable to you.
And this is positive, right? So, because I'm sure there can be power phrases that are negative, but that kick you into high gear, like you will never succeed, right? That could be a power phrase.
Good point.
Like you're not meant for this. It's like, well, let me show you that I am.
I remember somebody sent something negative to me once, and I will never forget that. I was like,
Right?
I will show you what's up, my dog, and I did.
It's a power phrase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tell me
that
something
kicked you.
positive.
Okay,
Tell
so
me
something positive someone told me one time was, hey, you belong here. And I was like, wow. Right? Think about about your industry. You're just starting out in your field, Sean. You're trying to help people.
Parent coaching, social media.
You're learning
It wasn't
about
that long ago.
psychology.
Yeah.
You're learning about neurodivergent, all these terms that these PhDs use, and you're trying to learn because ultimately you're just trying to help people.
Yeah.
And you have your cream of the crop, like someone you've been studying forever comes to you and be like, hey, Sean,
Dr.
you
Laura
belong
Markham.
here. You belong here.
gosh. Oh my
Can you
gosh. I
imagine?
would
Like,
flip
oh my
out.
gosh, really?
Oh my gosh.
Because we all have self-doubt. We all have self-doubt. And hearing someone above you saying, hey, no, you belong here. You're like, whoa.
Wow.
If they think that, then I need to start thinking that.
That is so good. That's a great story.
Like, think if you're an actor and you're acting like Robert De Niro or someone high-end, you're just starting out. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm acting against next to so-and-so. I don't belong in it. And then they say to you, like, no, you belong here.
Wow.
Right?
Getting chills.
That's a good power
I'm
one.
getting chills. All right, so here's what we're going to do today. Thank you for sharing that, man. I just got chills. You belong here. I'm going to think about how I'm going to say that to other people, kids, teenagers, other adults in my life.
Yeah.
Wow, that is powerful, man. All right, here's the context. I want to give you 4 power phrases. Imagine everyone here, we have these repetitive pain points in our lives, these repetitive problems. Okay. One kid is continually late for school, for example. Another kid is taking all these AP classes, and yet they can't seem to get their stuff together. They have bad grades. Another kid keeps picking on their sibling, bullying their sibling. Sure. Another kid is whining or making excuses. Another kid doesn't want to do anything. Another kid keeps coming to the dinner table on late, right? Another kid is sneaking screens. This other kid refuses to brush their teeth. Can't get in the shower. Another kid is like, what is going on? We're late. You're always causing the whole family late. Does that sound familiar? Anybody?
Oh, yeah. That's probably someone's household. Like, oh, that's my family.
And then here's the next problem. Then what we do as parents is that we fuel this cycle.
Sure.
By repetitive reactions.
Yeah.
We repetitively, we pep talk, we nag, we yell, we lecture, we people please, we avoid, we give quick punishments, we take screens away for 5 hours or a day, and round it goes, and no one's really connecting or really changing. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yes, especially when you're kind of in the thick of it and there's just so much going on. You're just trying to move on to the next day. You're like, I just need to get to tomorrow. And then by the time you get to a month, you're like, oh, wow, I haven't had. So what you're saying is we need to slow down and really think about these day-to-day, everyday occurrences.
Yeah, and let
how
me give
we're
you
reacting.
4, well said. Let me give you 4 power phrases that you can use in these moments. And I'll let I'll say them and then let Jordan poke at them, and then we can break down the psychology of them. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here comes the first one. Ready? And you got to make this your own.
Okay.
Make it your own. But what you want, as you hear me share these 4, I want you to imagine yourself in a really calm space, a loving space, connection before correction. So what you decide is like, look, I'm sick of this cycle. I'm sick of the same stuff, different day. So you approach your child and you say in your own way the things you needed to get that heart-to-heart connection, and you say in your own way something like, hey, what's been going on here? This is not going to work for me anymore. We need change. We need to talk. Right? That's a paraphrase.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me feel like you're angry at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's your intent, but like if you were my dad and you said that to me, I would think you are angry at me.
Okay. I'm not
maybe
angry.
You are.
No. Dad, are you angry at me? No, I'm not angry.
Okay.
I'm just saying that this is not going to work for me anymore. We need to talk. We have to figure this out. Right?
Yeah.
Tell me more. What's coming up for you? This is not going to work for me anymore. We need to talk. We need to figure this out. We need to figure something else out. We can't keep going on like this. There's a theme here. What's coming up for you? Is it too intense? Are you a 6-year-old?
Intense. Yeah, I'm thinking of age. I'm thinking of
it's part
age.
of that is partly why it works.
I know.
The intensity.
It's the
you have
shock.
to use drama and
Correct.
intensity because all this other stuff you were doing is not working. Now here I am. I'm calm. I'm sitting down in the room. I'm in Indian style in their room. I'm calling a family meeting. I'm saying, hey, I want to take you out to ice cream. And now here I am. Hey, I brought you out to ice cream because I want to talk to you. What's been going on here? It's not working for me anymore. Tell me more. What's coming up for you?
So I'm thinking of different ways parents have probably tried this method, and that's not working, right? Go upstairs. It's time for the belt, right? You're grounded because of what you did. Yeah. Yelling, right?
Yes.
Right. These are the things that probably have been ongoing that's not working, right? And you've tried them over and over and over and over again. And the only reason I said is you get the belt because I got the belt as a kid, so it still haunts me to this day. Even though it wasn't that bad, I kind of faked like it hurt just so that they'd stop.
I actually never knew that.
Yeah.
You've brought up the belt joke about once a month or 2 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my mom, man.
And now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know why, because it actually takes you back.
Takes me back. I'm like, oh, dang. And I wasn't even a bad kid, but maybe there were some things that I did that were bad. But I don't even remember why. It doesn't matter. That's not about what I'm trying to say is other methods that we have tried have not been working, and we're doing them over and over and over again. And now what you're saying is, no, now's the time to be calm, to be firm, and to tell them exactly what's going on. This
so what
needs
you're
to
doing
stop.
Here, I'm done.
It does not work for me anymore.
And I'm being bold. I'm being firm. I'm being dramatic. And then one of the keys, we just had an author on the podcast recently, and her book was called The Words That Shape Us. So little word changes in how you talk to your kids matter. What I'm doing here is I'm using the word we. We need to talk. We need to figure this out. We need to make up a change. So see how this is a power phrase. And now imagine everybody having that talk, not just one time, but maybe 3 times with your kids, maybe 4, being consistent with that and putting faith in that phrase and that approach to solve problems. That might solve your problem, being consistent versus yelling at a kid or punishing them. Do you agree with me that might solve your problem?
Let's role play for a second, okay? You say this to me, and then I say, okay, fine. It won't happen anymore.
Okay, good. Great setup, because that actually sets up for my second power phrase. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. Well, I need to be able to trust you that you're going to keep your word. So can you look me in the eye and say, Dad, you can really trust me. I'm really going to do better at this. Can you do that?
Oh, I see. Okay, so now you're putting it back on me. See, at first I was trying to just avoid this conversation and get you out of the room.
People please me. You were trying to people please me?
I was just like, fine, it won't happen again. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Now you're like, I need you to trust me. How am I going to roll with this one?
Jordan's looking up in the sky.
I am. I'm looking up
imagine
like, how
his 10-year-olds.
or even me as a kid, like, okay, like I really don't want to
See,
have
we're
this
just
conversation.
elevating their consciousness, and we're raising the bar.
Right.
Raise your bar on your kids. Do not lower the bar. Now I already have my next line ready. So no matter what you say,
No matter what
I
I
know what
say?
my next power phrase. So just give me something. Just give me something.
So what? Say it again. Will you say it to me? Can I trust you? Is that what it is?
I need to be able to trust you that you're going to keep your word on this. Like, if we're going to make these changes, you got to keep your word. I got to keep my word. So could you look me in the eye and say, Dad, you can trust me?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Right. That doesn't matter because I just gave you like a 1,000 scenarios. It could be cleaning up the dog poop, being ready on time, not hitting your brother. Right?
I need you to stop. Can you trust me? Yeah. As long as X, Y, or Z doesn't do that first, then I'll stop.
No, that's not. I'm not meeting with them right now. I'm meeting with you, and I'm telling you, this is not going to work for me. We together need to talk. We need change, and I need you to do your part. So can I count on you? Can I count on you? Can I trust you to work on this?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so now fast forward.
Okay.
The teenager is naturally struggling with this. Right?
Oh yeah, it's awkward.
Right? It's awkward. So they're having a hard time keeping their word also.
For sure.
So whether it be...
You're saying in the future, let's say this happens
So the next 7 days, your kid, just because you just had this talk,
of course,
this great power phrase doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, right.
So what you do is you just continue to break out these tools, continue to have these...
Do you go back and say, hey, what did I say? We already had this talk.
In a nice...
It's not okay.
Yeah, you said it with a nice inviting tone.
Okay.
Say that same thing in a nicer tone. Repeat yourself.
See, I don't understand why we are going through this again.
Nicer.
Okay.
Nicer.
Listen, I know.
Slow it. No. Slow it down even more. You got a 10-year-old kids, buddy.
Okay.
You might have a 6-year-old, even if it's a 16-year-old. Soft start up that thing.
Okay. All right. Honey, sweetheart.
That's good.
That's
good.
Know things can be so frustrating and it can be difficult.
So good. Empathy.
I see why you did what you did. I get it.
So good.
But we just had this conversation. Remember last week? We just had this conversation.
Enough. That's good. Let's move on to number 2.
Okay.
Brilliant parenting. Thank you for letting me coach you, letting me push you. You see the big difference in tone, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
But I'm probably going to be a little heated in that moment, too, because I'm like, we just had this conversation.
Yeah, but if you want to use this tool, you've got to regulate yourself. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Right.
A wise poet from the 1990s said that.
That's exactly.
He was a cold man.
He was a cold man.
The man who said that was very square.
That's awesome.
All right. For those of you that don't listen to 90s hip hop, I'm referring to rapper Ice Cube. Number 2.
It is
number
the
2
best,
power phrase. Here we
hip-hop.
are.
Okay, go for it.
Number 2. Hey, I'm really trying to be patient. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be kind. But I need you to do better at this area. Right? I need you to keep your word, and I'm trying to be patient with you. All right, that's it. Something like that.
I'm trying to be patient. That's the word that we need to focus on. Okay, so hold on.
I'm trying to be patient.
Hold on. Let me go back. I want to recap for a second. And I know we'll recap at the end, but this is not working for me. Something has to change, right? That was the first part? Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I trust you to blah, blah, blah? That's the second power. Right.
No, the second one is I'm trying to be patient.
Oh, the second one is I'm trying to be patient.
I'm trying to be kind.
I'm trying to be kind.
I'm trying to...
You don't want me to get this belt out.
I'm trying to not use discipline here.
I
need to be able to trust
but
you.
I don't want to.
That is
no more tech for 3 hours.
That's coming up soon. But can you see the progression of this?
Yes.
Like instead of just reacting to your kid and punishing, instead of yelling, instead of snapping, use your first tool and then use your second tool. Hey, I'm coming alongside you here. I just want you to know what's happening with me. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not pleasing. I'm not avoiding this. I'm actually being patient. So see, this is like what good mentorship looks like. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, totally.
Your mentor coming alongside you, your coach, your parent being like, hey, I just want you to know where I'm at. Still not where I need it to be, but I'm being patient with you. I'm being kind. And I need you to do better. You see?
So my worry about that is it makes me feel like I'm failing, which I am, obviously.
You are.
Right. So is that okay to tell the kids? Like basically subliminally, you're like, dude, you're
They're not.
up. You're
They
up. You're failing.
set the bar high in your kids,
Okay.
and they're not gonna reach it. So how are we gonna get your kids to reach the bar? Well, I'm giving you some power phrases right now, everyone.
Do I still say like, hey, listen, I still love you. I'm still here with you.
Of course, that's great.
Okay.
Of course, those are. I love you. I believe in you. You got
We
this.
can, we got
Right.
this. We can
You
do
be-
this. I'll
you
help
belong
you.
here.
Yeah, you belong here.
Now, here's a great
Okay.
one. I love saying this to my own kids. If you want a little glimpse inside of the Donohue home, this phrase is being said a lot by me. Hey, I know I'm really pushing you right now. I am pushing you to be better than where you're at. I know it's hard, but I believe in you. And I'm pushing you, so this is my job to push you.
Yeah, you're like a coach. Okay. Hey, I know I'm pushing you pretty hard, but I just you're awesome. You're doing so great, and I want to see you thrive. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna continue to push you. And you're not apologetic for it. You're just acknowledging that you know that you're being difficult in a way
Or how about
towards
this?
them.
Hey, there's a lot of areas of your life you're doing great in. I mean, you're doing so many great things here. But these two areas, this is not okay. I need you to do better. And I know I'm really pushing you, but I need you to work harder at this. I need you to think more about it. Talk to me more about it. I need you to pray about it. I need you to do whatever you need to do.
Not I
You've
want
got
you.
to
I
worship.
need you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So see, I need you. See, this is parents or teachers. We set the tone. We set the values. This is an example of good, strong parenting, but it's kind.
Yeah. It's not mean. It's making me think a lot internally about my own actions and what I'm doing as the child, right?
It is. The child has to think, what the heck is happening? This is intense.
And ultimately, I'm thinking that like, oh my gosh, my dad doesn't love me anymore. He's mad at me. So that's why I wanted to reiterate, like, hey, just continue to show love and support and say those things too, because sometimes like I'm thinking of this as like an athlete and a coach, and the coach will yell at the kids and like, God, I need you to do better. Gosh, dang, blah blah blah, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm failing, and ultimately, you rarely hear the coach be like, dude, you're a freaking rock star, and you could do so much better. You could be great, but I need you to do this, and then you'll be awesome, right? There's a difference.
Let me say the same thing, because I was surprised you said that. I was surprised you said, Sean, it kind of feels like if I'm a kid, I'm like my parent doesn't love me anymore. I had no idea you were going to think that, man.
Well, I just know that think about how much, especially with fathers, how much a father's love kids are missing in our world, right? Studies are out left and right about it, right? So even if your father's in the household, I mean, you could not feel loved because these, sometimes these burly men don't use their language right. And they don't say, son, I love you. Right?
So good.
And so, like, if I'm talking to my kid in this way that's like, hey, I need you to freaking blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm disappointing my dad. I need to do these actions in order to get his love. And that's not what we're trying to portray.
So good. I want you to do what I did for me. Tell me right now, Sean, do that again, but be more loving. Do it. Say that to me.
Sean, do that again, but dude, be more loving.
Okay, now if you're listening to this on a podcast, you can't see my face. So I'm going to soften up my face, and I'm going to smile. I'm going to say the same thing in a little bit different tone.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? You are doing so good in so many areas. I mean, you're doing great here. You're doing great here. You should be so proud of yourself. I think about you, and I'm just like, what a great kid I have. Gosh. But, honey, there's these two areas that I'm really pushing you in right now. And I believe in you. I know you can do better. I need you to do better.
Yeah, that was much sweeter. Yeah,
It
for
was?
sure. And you're smiling, and you're right there. And you
Was it
told
better?
me how great I am, so that makes me feel.
Which one makes you want to actually improve or push yourself more?
That's a good point. It depends on the kid. I don't know.
I think it depends on the kid.
It depends on the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure the
because-
kid doesn't feel neglected.
I think if the parent is maybe maybe like a really intense parent, maybe they have a lot of negativity, they feel like they're more negative than positive, then it probably would be more impactful to put a smile on your face and do the lovey-dovey stuff. Take two, right?
Right.
But maybe if you're a parent like me, who's kind of just like more laid back, more goofy, silly,
Right.
I kind of get more serious because like I'm trying to get my kids' attention. Like, yo, dog, we are not joking right now.
Yeah,
like,
if you're a parent that shows love all the time, I think the first way you did it will snap that kid into gear. Like, oh, mom's never like that. Oh, geez, I better shape up.
Wow, right. And if you're an intense Italian mom who's yelling left and right, then you got to put a smile on your face and get down on one knee, get that lovey-dovey, get that sweet and tender, get that sugar and spice, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch going.
Oh, I love me some CT Crunch. That's good.
It
though.
is
That's
so
good,
dude.
It's too.
It's so
good.
bad for you though. It's
so bad, but it's so delicious.
So good. Dude,
I was dessert.
We're watching Severance as a family now.
Dude, I've been watching that with Danny too. It is so crazy.
Dude, it's such a joy watching.
You watch it with the kids too?
Well, I've got she's 20 next week.
Right.
And 15.
But I met the young one.
Yeah, we haven't had a family show together in like a year or two.
There's some curse words in there I just didn't know.
Yeah, we're watching this as a family, and the girls are into it. I'm into it. We pause it like every 5 minutes to be like, "What's happening?
Yeah.
What does this mean?"
Yeah.
It brings me so much joy and so much happiness. Okay, you're watching Severance too. What? It's Apple TV. What season are you on?
The second season. We just got done with episode 4, where I don't want to give anything away, but we're
on episode 4 too.
Yeah, that's what's out right now.
Is that the? It stops coming out. You can't watch the whole season.
No, I think they release them every week.
Oh my gosh, means we're almost caught up.
Yeah.
No, we're on. I think we're on. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, here it comes.
More
Last phrase.
things.
I promised you 4.
Yeah.
And here it comes. This is the biggest. All right, and I'm going to help you be very. This is the. Tool.
Is it.
This
don't fail me.
Oh gosh, no! Don't say that.
Do not fail me.
That's messed up. That's like
I will disown you from this family.
Oh my gosh!
If you don't.
All right, here it comes. Ready? All right, I'm going to do the intense voice first. Hey, we've been talking about this for 2 weeks, and
what is wrong with you?
You haven't made these changes, and so if this doesn't change, then this is what I'm going to do. And these are the changes I'm going to make. And then what you would do is you're going to foreshadow intense discipline.
But with specifics?
With specifics.
Okay.
So you're foreshadowing the discipline. Remember, the best word to understand discipline comes from the root word disciple, which means to make a follower of. So discipline is training. It's a training. So you're training this child. So you're training them by maybe removing the Fortnite, removing the cell phone. You're training them that they have to walk to school instead of giving a ride, that they lost privileges to TV, that they lost these privileges, or that you're stepping in whatever natural consequence or emotional consequence. Maybe they're not able to, they take a break from sports because they have a D and they haven't gotten it up, whatever it is. But what you're doing is you're being very patient with your kid. And now here you are, they still haven't made these changes. And then you're coming in with this, hey, I want to let you know that, if this doesn't change, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm your teacher, I'm your guide, and I need to protect you from yourself. So you haven't been able to seem to figure this out. So now I'm stepping in and I'm going to help you figure it out.
I like that. And I like how you made aware that you're my teacher, you're my guide. That's good. I wouldn't have went there. I just would have
It is
like,
very
hey,
good.
If this doesn't change, this is what's going to happen.
I talk to my clients, my VIP members, a lot about that little word, that little phrase. Why did you like that? That little preface.
Because it makes me as a kid more of an understanding that you're not just trying to be mean to me. You're not trying to just punish me to punish me. You're actually trying to teach me what's.
It's a power phrase.
We'll tell our kids too. We'll be like, hey guys, like there are certain things about this world we haven't told you about yet. So we have to protect you because there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. But you don't need to know about this right now. But just know that, like, eventually you'll know.
That's a power phrase.
Right yeah.
We promised 4 phrases. We probably get about 15 here. That is so good what you just said, everyone. There's a lot of this world that you don't know about. We're protecting you. Gosh, that is good. I'm going to use that. That is so good.
But yours is great because you're letting me know that, like, you're my guide. You're not my executioner, right? You're my guardian angel trying to protect
Yes.
me, and you even said it. You're protecting me from myself, right?
And then when you're able to wisely I like the word foreshadow, like consequence. If that seems too fluffy duff with you, then you can just say threaten, right? But there's a big difference between threatening consequences. Hey, if this happens one more time, this is what's happening.
Right.
Versus, hey, if this happens like one more time, then this is what's going to happen. See how widely different that is? We're talking with children here.
Right.
We're talking with people.
Yeah.
And it's about being firm and kind.
And then the follow through, right? If it doesn't happen, now you have to follow through.
And the follow through, I talked about this on a podcast recently too, is one of the reasons why parents don't do proper deep consequences. One of the reasons why so many parents would rather just yell or snap or avoid or people please is because it's actually very painful for the parent to provide discipline to a child. It's painful.
Especially when like, please, and then you see that and you're like, oh, fine.
Or they're carrying out the consequences, and then the child is reacting badly or whining or trying to manipulate. It's just hard to see your kid in pain.
You talk about self-talk a lot. We almost need to have self-talk about like, hey, this discipline is going to help them.
So true.
We don't think about that. We're just like, oh, it's hurting them. Oh, it's hurting them. Okay, just give it to them because this is hurting them. No. What they're doing is hurting them. What you're doing is actually good for them. So we have to continue to tell ourselves that.
Really, really well said. But discipline, this is how you do discipline, everybody. Like this episode is not going to be titled How to Do Discipline, but it could be. Because what this is an example of how to do discipline in a very loving, patient way. You're giving your child a chance to figure it out on their own. You're giving them the emotional support, the EQ, the lovey-dovey, the hugs, the cheerleading. And then if they can't do it, it means they need you to step in and freaking be the parent. Save them from themselves. Right. Take the screen away. Take the sports away. Wake them up earlier. Do whatever you need to do to intervene in your life to get that kid to meet the bar.
That's good, man. Dude, these have been great. Literally, I want to take notes on all of them and keep them like in my notebook in my car so I can look at them before I come in the house every day so I can just remember these.
It is such a joy being with this man. I love Jordan Steele. And it is such a joy being on this podcast, listening to our podcast is in 130 countries, Jordan.
Wow.
And it is such a joy being a part of your life. If you do listen to this podcast, please comment on, tell us on our Instagram stories, give us a message.
What topics you want.
Facebook, TikTok. Tell us what topics you like.
We want to know.
We do want to know. Or you can even be on our show and we can give you free parent coaching. You come on kind of like one of those Dr. Laura shows. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on and I'll coach you and I will walk you through how to solve any problem you have. It's free. You can come on anonymously and please leave us 5-star reviews on all of your like Spotify and your Apple. That means a lot to us to get great reviews. It's good for us and our sponsors and fuels us. We love you. Thank you for today.